This is Harvey, one of our characters. But Harvey is not happy today because he has a dental appointment and he's afraid. He didn't get anything in advance from the dentist explaining the procedure he's about to get. And the waiting room sure doesn't help. The dentist is actually really friendly. But by the time he calls Harvey in, it's too late. What we asked ourselves when we began this project is this: how can we create video content to help patients like Harvey feel good about getting the care they need and help supply practitioners with relaxed, willing patients? Harvey needs our help, and he's not very patient. But he'll have to wait until we talk a little bit about the development process we went through while creating the recipe for our children's healthcare movies. After consulting Lily Linton, our business advisor, about the marketability of a healthcare product, the first thing we did was check to see what was already out there. We weren't crazy about it. We found a lot of sound educational content relating to best practices, but we didn't find anything we thought would appeal to children, or adults for that matter, on an emotional level. We spotted this as our opportunity and began consulting with dentists, MDs, child psychiatrists, parents, and children about the following. Number 1, what do patients fear about certain procedures? Number 2, what particular knowledge do they need to have to feel safe about a procedure? Number 3, what is the best way to assuage fear and produce a happy, compliant patient? We discovered 2 consistent trends regardless of procedure or medical discipline. Number 1, education is important, but entertainment is more important because it is more likely to relax a patient. Number 2, patients respond better to video content when they have a vested emotional connection with the characters. To elaborate a bit on this, it's important that the patient feels that the character in a film is in a similar situation and taking the same risks as they are. In other words, you can't just leave all the bad stuff out. We used these 2 trends to develop our recipe for a successful healthcare video. And here are our 5 ingredients. The first ingredient is a knowing, soothing, sympathetic, guiding presence who can be firm if necessary. In our videos, Charles's on-camera persona serves this purpose. He draws the animated character at the beginning of each film, and then gently nudges them along through whichever medical procedure they are undergoing, answering their questions along the way. He behaves much more like a friend than like a teacher. The second ingredient is an emotional surrogate for the viewer. In our material, our animated characters serve this purpose. They're the ones who need to undergo the same procedure as the viewer and have the same fears, concerns, and questions as the viewer. The third ingredient is simple, charming artwork. We are much more Peanuts than Pixar when it comes to animation. It's important to us that our work is calming and not overly stimulating or distracting. The fourth ingredient is lots of gentle humor. The video we're going to show you is intended for children, but we're careful not to infantilize the characters or the comedy. We're shooting very much for universal appeal, and we are mindful of not irritating parents or healthcare providers when they're subject to repeated viewings. The fifth ingredient is short duration. Kids don't have long attention spans. It's going to be medical procedure specific, but we found that around 3 minutes is a good target for most videos. It's long enough to develop an effective narrative and engender viewer sympathy with the characters, but not long enough for the viewer to get bored. And that is our recipe. We can apply the recipe to any medical condition or procedure, offering fully customizable content. And because Charles is multilingual, we can offer material in German, French, Spanish, and Japanese. Now we'd like to offer a sample of our work. This short film is called Teddy Gets a Shot.
Why does the doctor have to give me a shot today, Charles?
A shot builds up an army of little soldiers inside you to fight bad germs.
Or will the shot hurt?
Only for a second, and only a teeny weeny little bit, like a mosquito bite. And that doesn't hurt much, does it?
It hardly hurts at all.
Why don't we practice giving a pretend shot to Baby Bear right now? Baby Bear, repeat after me. I can do this. I'm brave. The shot will keep me from getting sick.
Baby Bear says he's still nervous.
Let's show him how to relax by breathing deeply and and slowly, like this.
Charles, that looks silly.
And while you're giving Baby Bear the pretend shot, ask him to count to 5. When he gets to 5, the shot will be done.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5. There, I gave Baby Bear the pretend shot, and he said it hardly hurt at all. It was like a teeny-weeny mosquito bite. I told you so! Baby Bear says that since he was so brave, he wants a honey-flavored lollipop. It's every bear's favorite.
We'll see. Okay, Teddy, now it's time for your real shot. Here comes the doctor.
I don't know, Charles.
Remember what we practiced with Baby Bear? Why don't you try it now?
I can do this. I'm brave. The shot will keep me from getting sick. Sorry, Charles. I have to leave now. I just remembered that I left my honey jar up a tree.
No, Teddy. Those soldiers are waiting to fight the bad germs. Why don't you count to 5?
1, 2.
Watch this.
3, 4. Why?
Great job, Teddy. The shot's over. And look what I have for you.
2 honey-flavored lollipops.
1 for you and 1 for Baby Bear. I'll help him out eating his.
Yum. They're every bear's favorite.
You are one brave bear, Teddy. I'm proud of you.
We hope you enjoyed that. We'd like to talk a little bit about how we think you could use our movies and why your customers will want to use them in their practices. We think that they will have great utility both in advance of and on the day of an appointment. We can envision these videos being attached to electronic appointment reminders viewable on any internet-connected device. Links to the videos could also be printed on paper appointment cards. The practitioner would have the advantage of being able to soothe a potentially disquieted patient before they even arrived for care. We can also see our movies being used in the waiting room, displayed on a television, a computer terminal, a kiosk, or even on handheld media player devices that get handed out to kids. This will offer providers the opportunity to relax, entertain, and assuage the fear of a patient immediately before treatment. Perhaps our content could also be served through commercial software, adding another valuable tool dentists could use to improve the patient experience. We'd like to thank you again for the opportunity to show you our movies and share with you our recipe for a calm, happy patient.